Hey, you won your fantasy football league last year? If you've already won a fantasy league, go ahead and scroll up. This ain't for you. If you haven't won your league, here's the sauce. People who win their fantasy leagues oftentimes are very stud heavy. What really matters is that you have 4 or 5 players that carry your fantasy team on any given week. On paper, it looks really good to have a balanced team, top to bottom, but the people who win will do anything in their power to acquire the players who are outliers. The second reason the same people always get first in their fantasy league, we look at the fantasy playoff schedule. And I'm talking before the draft. When it comes to the fantasy playoffs, we're really avoiding those big name cornerbacks for our wide receivers. We're avoiding top D lines and linebackers for our running backs. And we're also looking at the weather, avoiding a lot of those windy, rainy, and snowy situations. The third and one of the most underrated things that winning teams do, they understand that contracts matter. While it's not absolute, it's important to understand the guys who are getting paid and the guys who aren't. Of course, you can find players that outperform their contracts. You can find players who sign big deals and underperform in their contracts. But typically, the guys that get paid are the guys that get the ball. The fourth thing that first place teams do in fantasy football, they don't panic. An 0-4 start doesn't bother them if they feel like they have a good team. We don't trade our studs away after 2 bad weeks. We're the ones that trade 4 injured players instead of trading them away for pennies on the dollar. I can't give you all the sauce in one video, but those are some major tips. Follow for more winning advice.